Okay guys, third video here. First video we did notes, second video we did kind of an easy example. In this video we're gonna do one more easy example and then one of the harder examples. So for this easy example, we're doing number 3, kind of like in class we do the odds. This is number 3. So take a second here guys. Again, if you have a printer, you should be printing out the worksheet and I would just write on it. If you don't have a printer, I would do these on a piece of paper and just take a picture of that, send me a message on Edsby. I'm aware my mailbox is gonna be destroyed, but life's gonna go on. You don't have to draw a picture if you don't want to. I think on a first couple, I definitely would if I were you, but you don't have to. So again, here we have an octagon. So you can pause the video here to draw this picture. I'm gonna keep going because I have a time limit. We have an octagon here. Even though I know some area formulas, I know triangle, I know square, I know circle, I don't know area of an octagon formula. So my best bet here is because they tell me it's a regular octagon, I can use this area equals 1/2 AP formula and it's gonna work pretty well. So little a stands for the apothem. That's the distance from the center to the midpoint of the other side. Same like the last example, because I know it's hidden at a right angle, I know that's the midpoint of the side. So in this problem, my apothem is going to be 16.5. Now we're off to find the perimeter. I don't know why I said it like that. The perimeter is all the lengths of the sides put together. Well, if this side's 12, I sort of know that all the sides are 12 because they told me it's a regular polygon. I understand my picture is not a great drawing here. So we're just gonna do 12. I don't want to add 8 times, it takes too long. I'm just gonna do 12 times 8. So 12 times 8 is actually 96. You can use a calculator if you can't do it in your head, but there's 8 sides, each side length is 12. There's 96 total perimeter. That's all the way around is 96. And now I'm just gonna sub in for those two. And so now I have the formula 1/2 times 16.5 times 96. I'm not gonna be able to do this in my head. I'm gonna use a calculator. I'm using my phone as a calculator, no shame in that. 0.5 times 16.5 times 96. I got 792, which is kind of a large number. You might say, wait a minute. And actually that should be units squared because we're dealing with 2 dimensions. Some of these are kind of hard to kind of figure. I wouldn't sweat it. If I asked you to guess that, you probably wouldn't have guessed 792 or anything close to that, but that is the right answer. You can also visualize this problem as like chopping this into a whole bunch of triangles. I think in the video I posted, be quiet. He does that, but this formula just works well. So that's the problem here, guys. That's number 3. The answer is 792. I just use this area equals 1/2 AP formula. So numbers 2 and then basically 1 through 10 are, I'm going to argue, are pretty easy. You just use the formula every single time. You add up the size to the perimeter. They always give you the apothem. It's kind of easy. The answers are online for you to check your work. The more difficult problem is number 11. Let's look at that together. Because again, your question might be, are they always that easy? They're very much not. So number 11 here. Again, pause the video here. Draw this triangle if you don't have it drawn. We have a problem in number 11. 1, we're not given a side length. Before we were given a side length and then it's like, multiply 3 times to get the perimeter. Here, I'm not given it at all. More of a problem is I'm not even given an apothem here. I'm given the distance from the center to the vertex. That's not the apothem. The apothem's got to be hidden at a right angle. This is just, basically it's a radius you want to argue. It's just a random line. It's not gonna, we're gonna use it to get the apothem, but 18 is definitely not the apothem. So I'm still gonna use my formula. But I'm gonna have to do some literally math to figure this out. So what I recognize here right away is it looks very likely that this line is bisecting that angle because it's coming from the center and it's hitting a corner, which was a 60-degree angle. Because again, a triangle, if all the angles add up to 180 and they're all the same, they all got to be 60. It's pretty clear that that line is bisecting that angle. That means both of these are 30 degrees. I'm only going to use the bottom one, so that's only going to drew 130 there. Again, pause here. The angles of a triangle add up to 180. I sort of know that each of this is 60. It just kind of has to bisect. It's not a good argument. You might say, well, how do you know it hits in the middle? I'm not making a good argument there. I just kind of know it does, and I'm just kind of using it. So because it's hitting there, I can kind of impose my own apothem here. And here's the idea. Remember, the apothem is the distance from the center to the midpoint of the other side. They didn't give me an apothem, I just drew my own. because this angle is 30 and because this is 90, I sort of know that's going to be 60. And now I'm going to figure out what this apothem is. And again, pause here, guys. The homework that's required for everyone is numbers 1 through 10. Number 11, 12, 13, and 14 are more challenge problems. If you want to give them a shot, go for it. If you just want to do 1 through 10, that's fine. If we were in class, I would expect everyone to do all of them. But given where we are, I just wanted to show more for the higher kids and just to give you kind of a challenge if you want one. So here, guys, let's use our 30, 60, 90 triangles to figure out the notes here. We're given the height. Remember 30, 60, 90 special right triangles, the x, 2x, x root 3? You should have those in your notes if you don't remember they were. But basically here we're given the hypotenuse, the 18, and we learned in class that the hypotenuse is always 2x, and we know that the shortest side is always x. What that means is the hypotenuse is always twice as big as the shortest side. So the hypotenuse is 18. I sort of know the shortest side is 9. And that's actually the apothem, because the apothem is the distance from the center to the outside. And now to figure out this side over here, remember we learned in class it was x, 2x, x root 3. So in this case, x is 9, so it's going to be 9 root 3. Okay, this is good. I've got my apothem. I've got 9. And now I got to figure out the perimeter. Well, if I can get this whole side, it won't be that hard to figure out the perimeter. If this is 9 root 3, I sort of know this other part is 9 root 3. And then what's 9 root 3 plus 9 root 3? I'll allow wait time even though I'm by myself in my apartment. What's 9 root 3 plus 9 root 3? 18 root 3, very good. So that means that whole side is 18 root 3. And 9 root 3's over there, 9 root 3's over there. We have 18 total root 3's. That means the perimeter would just be this number times 3. 18 root 3 times 3. Well, you just do 18 times 3, which is 54. So it'd be 54 root 3. And then you just plug in the formula here. And you're just going to kind of multiply that out. Once again, cannot do this in my head. I'm going to ask my calculator. So I'm going to do 0.5. I'm going to do 0.5 times 9 times 54, which is 243. And I'm going to do 243 root 3. I'm just going to leave the root 3. And again, they might have this on the answers on CUDA as like a decimal. You would just type in 243 times root 3. That's fine. But that's how you do that problem. So again, guys, 11 and 12. I'm not going to have time. I don't want to make another video here. I'm going to put the solutions for number 12 on Edsby to see it. I just don't want to make a fourth video. I just don't want to. If you're curious how to get, that's more of a challenge problem. The video I posted as well also helps with that. But again, the numbers that are required for everyone are 1 through 10. I did 1 for you, I did 3 for you. You really should be able to do it. It's just the same formula repeated. Number 11 through 14 are challenge problems. Here's number 11. I'm going to post the answers plus work to number 12. If you want to try 13, 14 on your own, you can. If you don't want to, life's going to go on. All right, guys. That's the end of the video here. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys are all right.